Revelation 3554. From the 21st of September 1945. World of being. World of appearance. From the world of appearance the soul enters the world of being, the spiritual world, which is the actual realm of the soul. But it is not always able to recognize this spiritual world, for as soon as it imperfectly departs from earth it still takes the world of appearance over, only no longer materially but as mental phantoms, thus even more illusory world, which fades into nothing before its eyes if it wants to take possession of the goods. For the perfect soul, however, true life only begins now. It recognizes itself in its nature, knows about its spiritual task, and through knowledge has only become a being which is aware of its strength and is therefore also blissful. It now also knows that every phase of development was previously necessary in order to reach the goal, the true life of the soul. It knows that previously it was only an illusory life, a transition from the spheres of darkness into the spheres of light. It knows that darkness is not an eternal state, whereas light is and remains for all eternity. For what once stands in the light will never again fall back into darkness, it will live eternally and recognize every state before as a lifeless state. It has overcome this state and returned to the world of being from which it had once started. The illusory life wants to come to the fore, and for the most part the soul grants it power over itself, that is, it is willing to do everything that provides the body with the comforts of the illusory life, and it does nothing for itself, for work for itself would be the effort for true life, which, however, it completely disregards. And therefore, through God's will, the illusory life will again and again approach the soul in all heaviness. God himself wants to show it what the earthly world really is by often letting the body fall into adversity, by taking from it what it desires as valuable, by letting collapse what the human being has built up in order to show it the impermanence of what it makes the goal of its eager striving and earthly work. He wants to lead him to the realization that the earthly world is only an illusory world which has no lasting value for him whatsoever, in order to make him aware of the necessity of working on his soul which will ensure a permanent life, a life in the spiritual world which not only appears but is what it presents. The world of light, where everything flows through with strength and is blissful, where there is no more decay, no more decline, no hardship and no ignorance, where everything lives and is active in God's will, whose love unmeasuredly considers and makes happy the perfect, which, as inhabitants of the spiritual world, is in intimate contact with God and, in the fulfillment of his will through everlasting activity, finds its highest happiness in the world of being. In the world that never passes away but remains what it is for all eternity. Amen.